Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about the dark night of the soul and what this means and why you may be experiencing this right now in your life. Right now on the planet, there is a big shift taking place, and this is allowing people around the whole entire planet to wake up more and more to their true selves and to find their purpose and reason for being here and coming to Earth at this time. And a lot of times, actually all the time, to go through this process, we have to go through these dark nights of the soul. And I can tell you, it is not the easiest thing at first to understand and to go through, and it can be a confusing, difficult process, I guess you could say. And for me, it's been happening the past few days or week or so. It's just a fluctuation of feeling really, really good, and then sometimes not feeling good at all, and just going more in and finding these blockages that are inside, and then they become more aware for you to see, and you're able to dissolve them one step at a time. And what happens is it's these past feelings and past emotions that no longer serve you that are coming up. For me, it's been in form of anxiety, for instance. I used to struggle a lot with anxiety, and I've overcome the daily struggle of anxiety that I had for many, many years in my life growing up, from my teenage years into my adult years. But going through the dark night, it may bring up these old patterns and emotions and feelings that no longer serve you. And the whole thing about this is to allow for the process to take place. You may be feeling some form of sadness and depression and just not feeling like yourself. But to make this process flow much easier and to allow yourself to get through this and come out on the other side, because every time you go through this process of darkness and going in and releasing, you come out so much brighter on the other side. Every time I've gone through this, I've come out feeling so much better about myself and just about life in general, and finding a new purpose and reason for living, and just realizing that life is such a beautiful process. Ultimately, we chose to come here. We chose to experience this, and we came from higher dimensions and higher realms, and from a much higher vibrational state to come here to Earth right now and to help raise the vibration on the planet right now. And if you're watching this video and if you perceive of this up to this point, just know that you are a light worker and that you are here for a purpose. And by becoming and embodying the best version of yourself, you are helping to allow others around you to wake up to their true self. You're allowing for the process to get easier and to become a much more sturdy process for everybody else. So you are, in a way, going through the forest right now, and there's trees, and you are cutting down the trees one by one. Those are the blocks inside you, the things that you're overcoming in your own life and the things you're going through, coming out of different, situations that make you feel not so good, and you're cutting through them. And as you cut through, and as we all do this together as a whole and in the collective, we're cutting through these trees and we're opening up the path to come out of this forest, so that when other people start to wake up now and start to go through this process, it becomes an easier process for them, and they will have a much easier time going through this. I know it's not easy. I know that it can be hard. It hasn't been easy on me. And I can tell you though, that I have felt, coming out of these darker times, dark nights of the soul, I have felt better and more alive and more complete and more whole and more of my true self than I have ever felt before. And it is the most beautiful process, and it is worth going through. The best way to get through this, besides allowing and just letting the process take place, is to do stuff that you love to do. Do stuff that brings you happiness, brings you joy. If it's sitting down by the beach and just taking in fresh air and listening to waves and relaxing, or whatever it is, I choose to also go rock climbing, and I choose to go out at night and just look up at the stars and remind myself that there's something so much greater than just us being in this human body. And we are eternal souls coming here and having a temporary human experience, and we're learning through this experience. We came here and we forgot who we are, but now we are waking up and remembering who we are and why we came here to this earth. And that's what this process is taking place. And the reason why you're feeling it more strongly than ever is because many other people now are starting to go through this process, and that allows for us to shed more of our old and to become more of our true self, so that we can allow for the others that are starting to go through it too, to go through it in a much more calm and peaceful way. And by you going through this right now and taking this on full-fledged, you are a strong, strong soul. And just remember that you are here for so many, many reasons. And just by you becoming your true self, you are helping others in more ways than you can even imagine. I thank you for being on this path. And there's so much more than just this human body right here. There's so much more to us and to our spiritual beings. But the beautiful thing is that we chose to be here in this human body, and we chose this experience, and we are learning so much right now. And it's just a beautiful thing to see people waking up around and just look at the people online that are resonating with information like this and that are feeling called to watch more content like this, and you are not alone in this process. There are many, many people right now going through this. Millions and millions of people are going through this process, and we are turning the darkness on this earth into light. And that's what a light worker is that we are taking the darkness, all the things that are not so great that are happening right now on this earth, and turning that into more light and creating a heaven on earth that we can all experience. And it is a process, and it takes time to do, because on this earth we have time, and we have a physical, it takes, you know, it takes progression and time for things to happen, but it's happening right now at an accelerated rate, and you are the forerunner in this. And by you doing this and embodying yourself, it's just the most beautiful thing, and you are truly helping to assist in this planetary shift in a major way right now. So just allow for this process to take place, allow for these emotions to come up, and if you feel like you have to cry, cry and let the emotions go. Some days you're gonna feel happier than you've ever felt, and feel that emotion. Feel the way that you truly feel in that moment, and just allow for the sad, the happiness, the darkness, the light. Allow for the duality to take place in your life, and just become more at peace with this process, and it will get easier and easier and easier as you go, and things will get better for you. And I promise that it is worth being on this path. You chose to be here for a reason, and everything is happening beautifully the way it is supposed to right now. I hope this message brought some light to you, and I hope that you're able to feel my emotions and my message coming through, and I just thank you all for being here and for going through this journey alongside me, and for waking up to your true self and becoming the best version of yourself. Keep on going, my brothers and sisters, and just keep on riding the waves and allow for everything to happen the way it's supposed to. And I promise you, you will be rewarded, and everything will get better and better as you go, and life will just continue to get better in all ways for you. So just be in the moment and allow, and everything will happen the way it's supposed to. Please, if you can, share this message with others who may relate to it, and if you can hit the subscribe button down below if you feel like you resonate with my message and want to see more content in the future, and like the video if you liked it, please. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Much love, peace, and namaste, my friends.